Welcome to Word of the Day with Lance Conrad. Today's word is rout. Let me tell you a story. You're probably more familiar with this word's homophone, which means a path or course of travel. But today we're talking about rout without an E, which means a panicked retreat or disastrous defeat, or the act of causing said disaster. It comes from the Latin word for smash. So if you smash an opposing force causing them to flee, you have routed them. Starting in the 1300s and continuing all the way to World War I, the Ottoman Empire tried to expand its territory into Eastern Europe. In 1683, an Ottoman army of 170,000 troops invaded Europe, routing every army that opposed them until they arrived at the Austrian capital of Vienna. The city was heavily fortified, but the defenders were outnumbered by nearly 15-1. The siege stretched on for 3 months of brutal fighting before reinforcements finally arrived. But even with the reinforcements, the invaders had them outnumbered by over 50,000 troops. Nevertheless, the relief force charged into the invaders' flanks, slowly pushing them back toward the walls of the city. Grand Vizier Kara Mustafa Pasha, realizing that he couldn't afford to split his forces between attacking the city and defeating the relief force, decided to pull back to more open terrain where he could use his massive numbers to best advantage. Just at sunset, the Ottoman army withdrew by the foot of Kallenberg Hill, and it was exactly the opportunity the defenders had been waiting for. John Sobieski, King of Poland, gathered his forces and bet it all on one massive charge. 15,000 cavalry in black armor, led by 3,000 of the legendary winged hussars in armor that shone like the sun, thundered down the hill. The defenders on the walls of the city said that it looked and sounded like a storm surging down to crush the retreating Ottomans. It remains the largest cavalry charge in history, and it turned a very reasonable tactical withdrawal into an absolute rout. Wave after wave of cavalry ripped through the invading army. When the smoke settled, the Ottomans were left fleeing for their lives without food or ammunition in hostile territory. Not only had they been routed at Vienna, but they also lost most of the land that they had conquered and were never again able to mount a campaign into Austria, thanks in large part to the daring of King John and the might of the winged hussars.